He is. It's exactly what he's doing. Are you Googling the laws right now? This kid's bright. I like him.
Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And what he do? And he's gonna react to all the self-snitching.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, your board-certified criminal law expert. Board-certified in the area of criminal trial law and criminal law by the National Board of Trial Advocacy and the Minnesota State Bar Association. I was also the Dean of the Academy of Certified Trial Lawyers of Minnesota. We're accompanied today with our pearl-handled pistol cufflinks, so graciously gifted to me by our content genius, Michael Rivers. Today we're gonna watch a law student outsmart a cop. I've not seen this. Everybody thinks that this is a great thing to watch. Before we get to that, this is brought to you by eSign.com. eSign.com, a very effective way to remotely do business. Let's say you're a law student and you're getting harassed by the police. Well, outsmart them and you put this video out there. All of a sudden, now you've got all kinds of offers. And they're coming into you left and right, left and right. Oh, what are you going to do? Well, I tell you what, you download the app. You get 3 free signatures a month. You can e-sign just about any agreement you have because now you're a star on YouTube. I use it all the time in either powers of attorney, business agreements. In fact, my insurance guy has me e-sign all kinds of stuff. Isn't that crazy? I just thought about that. eSign.com, very effective way to remotely do business. All right, I've not seen this, but the content genius thinks it's pretty awesome, so let's go.
You were seen walking into your dorm with alcohol. So
Okay.
is there alcohol in there?
I don't answer questions.
You have an ID with you.
I do.
Okay, can I see it?
Is my D going to tell you if there's alcohol in that room?
No, but I still need to identify you.
You suspect me of a crime?
I do.
Okay, what crime and how can you articulate it?
Do you have a case of beer in your possession?
I don't answer questions.
All right.
That's frustrating for a cop. Here's the thing. God, I say that. Here's the thing all the time. Way too much. Okay, let's just put that out here so I can just be done. I can just point to that and say it. Cops are authoritative figures. They love it when you submit to their questioning. And you don't have to. Nothing says you have to answer any questions.
Would you give us consent to check your room?
Nope.
To make sure that
Nope.
you have no alcohol in your possession?
Nope, I do not consent to any searches nor seizures.
Okay, very good.
And so they have to get a warrant if they want to come into your dorm room.
Very good. Supposedly there's going to be a complaint on us, so.
Joel Martinez.
Joel Martinez?
Arrest,
Okay.
man. Here goes a friend.
Huh?
Jesus, man, what disrespectful.
Yeah, maybe.
This video is from Joel Martinez. He is a law student at New Mexico State University and put his curriculum to good use. He definitely has a bright future ahead of him as an attorney. Be sure to check out his channel and let him know I sent you. According to the university's administrative rules and procedures, students 21 or older may possess and consume alcohol in designated areas on campus. The campus police received an anonymous call reporting a student carrying alcohol into one of the dorm rooms.
Anonymous calls are not cause to stop you. For example, if they get an anonymous call saying that you were drunk leaving a bar, they can't pull you over on they have to know who it is, and it's got to be very specific.
An officer arrives at the dorm room to make contact with Joel. Since there was no reasonable articulable suspicion, probable cause, a reported eyewitness, or any evidence that points to a crime, the responding officer had less than 5% to work with for an investigation and hoped that the other 95% would come from Joel criminalizing himself.
Oh, sorry. How can I help you?
Is there anyone else in here?
No, it's just me.
Okay. You mind just opening the door that way I can see?
What you trying to look for?
I just want to make sure there's no one else in there. To
Well,
start, and then
What difference does it make if there's somebody else in there? It's none of your business.
I'll talk to you at
Oh, no, there's no one in there right now.
Okay.
All right.
Come out here and talk to me then.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be honest with you. So we got a report that you were seen walking into your dorm with alcohol. So is
Okay.
there alcohol in there?
I don't answer questions. What's your name and your badge number?
Officer Purtle, NMSU Police.
Title and name?
The security officer.
Oh, security officer, okay.
Okay. You have an ID with you.
I do.
Okay, can I see it?
You suspect me of a crime?
I do.
Okay, what crime and how can you articulate it?
Minor in possession of alcohol. We got a report that you were walked in.
So it's like here that they said thing?
Okay.
It's yeah, right? It's like they said that he has. And that's how you're gonna articulate it.
So we don't have to go down this route. If you wanna go down this route, we can.
Well, I really
Cops get very frustrated when you don't answer their questions.
don't, but like I'm studying right now. I'm doing homework. Get knocked on my door.
And he doesn't sound like he's been drinking.
I'm out here. I want to know what's on. You say that they said that there's alcohol in this room.
Okay.
Oh, they saw me
Uh-huh.
going into this room, and that there's alcohol in there. How can you articulate it though?
Okay, so that's why I'm here talking to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I still need to ID you,
No.
and then we need to go from there.
You have to suspect me of a crime.
I do.
You realize that cops in New Mexico don't have qualified immunity, right?
I do that. I do.
Okay,
that.
so from here on, let's just be careful with what you're about to do right now. You're saying that you want my ID, but right now you.
Okay, now what that means is I'm going to sue you. Now, can I swear at this point, Michael? Okay, I'm kidding. I have to be careful, anyway, for a number of reasons, because my boss is right behind the camera. What he's saying there is, so qualified immunity means that cops are immune from suit when they're acting in the normal course and scope of their duties, even if they violate the law. However, New Mexico isn't one of those states. So what the guy is saying is, be careful what you're doing because I'm going to sue your ass if you step out of line.
You or yourself can articulate a crime that I've committed.
Okay.
So
So I already explained to you why I'm here. Why I
okay,
need
I
your
know
ID.
I know what you're here, but okay,
So the cop didn't see anything, right? And it's an anonymous complaint. And basically what he's saying is, you need reasonable and articulable suspicion of a crime, and that I committed that crime. In other words, the cop's got to witness it himself, and he didn't.
He gonna tell you if there's alcohol in that room?
No, but I still need to identify you.
My name is Joel.
Joel what?
Joel.
I need your first, last name, and your date of birth.
No, you don't.
I do. If you don't want to provide that,
You
to
don't
me,
want to
that's
call
fine.
Officer Donovan or one of your supervisors here?
Yeah, I can get a sergeant over.
All right,
here if you'd
then
like.
calling up because right now, this is not what you want to do right now. Because this is a violation of my Fourth Amendment.
Okay. All right. Let me
Okay.
Fourth Amendment right against unreasonable search and seizure.
let me get a sergeant over here. Okay.
Yeah.
202-212.
Go ahead. Oh, I'm at the
Yeah, that's my roommate.
Okay. You want to just hang out here then?
Is he detained?
No, that's fine. I just don't want anyone
That,
else
then
going
you,
in the
can,
room.
you could go in then. If he's not detained, he's free to go.
Yeah, he's free to go, but he can't go in the room.
He can't?
No, not at this time.
All right. Just let it be, bro. Someone
So-
called and said that they saw or me walk in there with a case of beer, but that's all they have. So
So it's an investigation. I'm talking to him. He doesn't want to identify himself. So
Very high level investigation, and beer going into a college dorm room. I'm glad I'm not that cop. I'm just glad because harassing kids is just not my way of having a good time.
until we get this figured out, there's a sergeant on the way that's going to talk to him. Until this gets figured out, I don't want anyone to go in the room. You're
Okay.
free to go anywhere else. That's fine. You're not detained or anything, but that's what's going on.
is anything gonna happen if I don't identify myself?
You can be arrested for concealing identity, yes.
So okay, so that's what I want you to say. If you don't ID to me right now, if I don't give you my ID, then you're gonna arrest me. I want you to give me that ultimatum.
So just hold on. You want to wait? You said you wanted to wait to speak to a supervisor.
So, in other words, I want you to fall right into my trap.
So let's just do that, okay?
Okay, then. Okay, thank you.
And keep your hands out of your pockets for me.
A supervisor arrives on scene and a responding officer gives a recap of the events.
Appreciate it. So, made contact with him at the door. He got his phone out and started recording right away.
Okay.
I explained to him why we were here. Got a report that he walked in there with alcohol. Asked him if anyone else is in the room. He said, no one else is in the room. Like, okay, can you open the door so I can see? Make sure no one else is in there. I'm not going to do that. Okay. I'll come out here and talk to me. Okay. So he comes out. So, are you suspecting me of crime right now? Am I being detained? All that kind of stuff. Explained to him what was reported to us, that he's suspected of taking alcohol into his dorm room, underage, and that I needed to identify him. Well, that's all hearsay. What is that going to do if you identify me? Well, we're suspecting you of a crime. It's a misdemeanor. So I at least need to identify you. What we do from there, whatever. But he gave me his first name as Joel, and doesn't want to give last name or date of birth, and asked to speak to Officer Donovan or one of my supervisors. So.
Cool. Okay. So right now we have minor in possession of alcohol.
They don't have minor possession of alcohol. They just have a complaint, and they don't really even have what he was bringing into the dorm.
Possibly.
And he asked me if anything's going to happen if I don't, or if he doesn't give me his name and date of birth. I told him that potentially you could be arrested for concealing identity if we want to go that route. Okay, I want you to give me that ultimatum right here, right now, that if I don't give you my ID, that you're going to arrest me for concealing identity. And I said, well, you want to talk to the supervisor, so how about we just wait till the sergeant gets here? He said that are you aware that MSU, or that New Mexico doesn't have qualified immunity? Yeah. So he went down that route. So I think that's what he's trying to get at. So that's pretty much where we're at.
Okay.
Concealing ID and
Hi.
The officers make contact again to see if he will criminalize himself, but Joel has other plans. This will put officers in a tough predicament in their investigation from an anonymous caller.
Hi, name and badge number, please.
Sergeant John Lovelace. My badge number is 212.
212. All right, thank you. Officer said here that if I don't ID, I will be subject to arrest. Is that true?
It's possible, yes.
Possible, yes or no? I need that ultimatum, or else I won't get my ID.
Okay, so technically right now, yes, you could be arrested for that.
Could. I need a yes or no. Like, I need you to tell me if you don't give me your ID right now, I'm going to arrest you.
Why would I say that to you?
Because I need that ultimatum. Because right now you're asking.
Yes.
And I have the right to say no. Because you're asking. It's not a lawful order. Okay. I need you to make it a lawful order.
You're being detained for suspicion of minor in possession of alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
We need to see your ID.
Okay, and if not?
And if not, you could be considered concealing identity.
Because New Mexico statute says that concealing of identity is a secondary charge. I would have to have been arrested or suspected of a crime.
No,
right now, you hear just
don't
hearsay.
have to be arrested or suspected. You're being suspected of having possession.
On what grounds?
Okay,
So this has got to really frustrate the shit out of the cops, because they want people just to comply, blah, blah, blah. This is actually kind of fun to watch.
do you have any alcohol in your possession?
I don't answer questions. On what grounds?
Okay, so you don't have any alcohol in your possession.
On what grounds? I don't answer questions. On what ground? Yeah, that's her room, bro. Nah, it's her. They're trying to go in, bro. They're trying to ID me and shit, but nah.
Okay, so who are you talking to?
I'm recording you.
You're recording. Okay,
you're not
very good.
involved at all. So if you want to
Yeah,
hang
if
out
you want to
over
hang out
there
down
with
there,
him,
you can. That's fine.
Uh,
So here's the deal. By saying could, what we were trying to do is we're trying to be cooperative with you and have you be.
No, we're trying to coerce you, basically. If you don't give us your ID, first of all, you have a Fifth Amendment right not to say jack. So that trumps everything.
Be cooperative with us and help us clear this matter up.
Okay, I gave him my name, Joel.
What's your last name?
You don't need my last name and you do not need my date of birth unless you want to run my name through your system. Are you trying to run my name through the
Do you
system?
have warrants for your arrest? Is
I
there
don't
anything
answer
we're being
questions.
concerned?
I don't answer questions. I'm
don't
asking
answer
questions.
questions.
I don't. It's my Fifth Amendment. Is it or is it not?
Okay, so the question is that like the officer told you, you're being suspected of having possession of alcohol underage. So in that case, the easiest way to prevent this is for you to let us know. Either somebody saw you carry a case of beer. You have a case of beer?
Somebody's. Now, if all they have is somebody and some anonymous tip, that would never come into court. Why not? Because it's hearsay. What is hearsay? Hearsay is a statement other than the declarant offered for the truth of matter asserted. And that's what it would never hold up in court.
In your possession?
I don't answer questions.
All right. So the next step in this process would be: would you give us consent to check your room?
Nope.
To make sure that
Nope.
you have no alcohol in your possession.
Nope. I do not consent to any searches nor seizures.
Okay. Very good. All right.
Go get a warrant.
This is completely up to you how you want to play this.
You could get a warrant, or you could,
So
or you have probable
right
cause.
now,
Go
right
ahead.
now we do have reasonable suspicion that possibly a crime had been committed.
They have an anonymous tip that he may or may not have brought alcohol into his room. So if it's an anonymous tip, it's somebody that's not given information that's been reliable to the cops in the past. So when you go to if they were going to get a warrant, it really wouldn't even meet the warrant threshold of probable cause. In order to get a warrant, they have to have probable cause. That is, that it's more likely than not that a crime was committed and that there's going to be evidence of a crime in that dorm. But if that information is just given by an anonymous caller, that's not enough.
We're trying to investigate that. You're certainly welcome to refuse if you wish.
I know.
But we need to ID you.
Or
And if you do not present your identification, you can face a non-traffic
Could.
citation.
you're saying could. I need you to
Because
say
I'm
you
giving
will.
I'm giving you the opportunity to.
No, I need that ultimatum.
cooperative
I will
with
give
us.
you my ID if you say that I'm going to go get arrested if I don't give it to you.
So you'll give us if we say that.
If you say that, yes, sir. Because that's already grounds for me to set up litigation against you.
So you're threatening to sue us.
I ain't threatening nothing, brother.
That's what you just said.
It's not a
It
threat.
gives you grounds to.
It's not a threat. It's just what's going to happen. And, you know, the thing about a law student is that, you know, you got time to screw around, right? And so it's, you know, like for me to deal with a cop like this, I wouldn't probably do it like that because I'd be like, I just don't have the time to screw around. But from a law student perspective, he would love to sue the cops and he would love to argue his case in court and he would love to go through the exercise because it would just be thrilling.
It's not a threat. It gives me grounds. Does it or does it not? I don't answer questions.
That's got to be so frustrating for these cops. I don't answer questions. And you can say that to any cop. Anytime you get pulled over, where'd you come from? I don't answer questions. And you can, and I highly recommend that you do that.
Okay, so the easiest and simplest solution to this is for you to tell us your name and date of birth.
Joel.
Joel what?
Joel.
Okay, by just saying Joel, there's 1,000 Joels. I need a last name and a date of birth.
For
in
what?
order to
You're gonna
confirm.
run?
In order
I
to
told
confirm
you
who
want my
you
name.
are for the report. I need to have your name and date
You
of birth.
could.
It's
I
that
didn't
simple.
even have to give you my first name for that report. You could literally put the citizen or the guy or the suspect. Yes, you
It doesn't
can.
work like that.
Yes, it does. I'm a law student here. You're not gonna come over here and try to violate my rights.
So I'm not trying to violate your rights. I'm trying to be cooperative with you, and you be cooperative
Okay,
with us.
cooperate with me and accept that I'm not gonna give my ID.
You don't have an obligation to be cooperative with the cops. You do have an obligation to not be a dickhead and to not punch the cops, to not resist arrest. And even if they don't have cause for a legitimate crime and they're going to arrest you, you still don't have the privilege to resist an unlawful arrest. But just by doing this, you're not doing anything wrong.
Unless I'm gonna get arrested. Say
That guy doesn't know what the fuck to do. I think it's best to just give the kid a warning and be on your way.
it, and I'll give you my ID. Just say if you don't give me your ID, I'm gonna arrest you.
So you want us to threaten
You want us to
Yes, I
threaten you?
want you to give me that ultimatum if you really want the ID.
Threaten you, that's not.
And actually, if he by saying that, he's sort of kind of acquiescing to it. So I would like to see if they did that, because you asked us to do it, you know, if that would actually hold up in court.
Oh, this is gonna-
Why? Because you know you can't. You know you don't have that ultimatum. You know you can because you know that opens up for litigation.
Look at the copies. Let me look up the statute.
Don't let him intimidate me. Oh, let me take my hand on my pocket.
Thank you. I
There's two
appreciate
guys right here with Glocks and scared of a 19-year-old with the phone, bro.
Well, I'm not scared of a 19-year-old with the phone I have. Come on, man, don't do that, okay?
No.
Seriously,
Can you, like,
that's
stick your
just
hand out your pocket? Do
me.
you see something in my pocket?
Okay,
right now?
well, we would like for you to do that for us, just to be cooperative,
Oh,
okay?
just to be
So-
cooperative, like just
Come on,
like for you to
don't-
say what you want me to do. Are you googling the laws right now? 'Cause
He is. It's exactly what he's doing. Are you Googling the laws right now? This kid's bright. I like it.
that's really what you should be doing right now. Alright,
You okay with that?
Yeah, continue.
You sure you're okay with that?
Yeah.
Educate yourself, would you, there, Sarge? And he's 19 years old. It's, I mean, he's not a. If he says he's a law student, he's probably pre-law, which I don't know what that means. But you know, you wouldn't be in law school until you're probably 23, 24, thereabouts.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, it's okay.
I appreciate it.
This is actually hilarious. And the cops looking up the fucking law.
Okay, so
Just give them a warning and say, look, if you have booze in there, I mean, there's no reason this has to turn into this. You know, that we've got a complaint. You know, you're not going to answer our questions. We're not going to go get a warrant. But just if you have booze in there, get rid of it. You know, or whatever. It shouldn't have gone any further than that. Because it's just a simple, stupid issue.
But class at the end or what?
okay, so here's why we need your name and date of birth. I'm going to read you the law because you are a law student, okay?
Sean, can you
According to
repeat
New
again?
Mexico, it's all being recorded.
Yeah, I know,
My
but those
body
are hard to
camera's
get.
running.
So I'm gonna use my own.
So concealing identity consists of concealing one's true name or identity or disguising oneself with the intent to obstruct the due execution
He's not disguising himself.
of the law,
Am I obstructing?
or, yes, technically you are, with the
He's not obstructing at all. Not even a little bit.
intent to intimidate, hinder, or interrupt any public officer.
You have a Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. And if you choose to avail yourself of that right, that is not obstructing. Cops get pissed off and they get frustrated. They think that that's obstructing, but that's not obstructing.
Or any person in illegal performance of his duties or exercise of his rights under the law of the United States.
Okay, so your investigation is investigating that I'm in possession of alcohol, right?
That's exactly
Okay,
what
and
we
if I don't
said.
give you, if I give you my IDs, I can tell you if I do or do not have alcohol in that room?
If
Or is it
you-
just a way,
if you
pathway
deny-
to find me with something?
No, the ID is so that we can identify who we are talking to. If you wish to deny us access to that room, that is totally within your rights.
I know.
But you refusing to identify yourself
I
to
know.
us by name and date of
of
birth,
birth. Yeah.
full name,
Mm-hmm,
date of birth, that is concealing identity,
yeah?
okay?
Okay, so just tell me
So,
that if I don't give you
can-
the ID, you're gonna arrest me, just say
Okay.
it.
Show us your ID. We need to see your ID, or
Or-
you will be arrested.
Thank you. You got that right? Yeah. Yeah, you got that. And pigs, fool, for real.
Why do you use that term?
Cause what the fuck are you searching my shit? Like,
We're not searching your
no,
shit.
that's
Go ahead and identify him real quick,
seize of
please.
my identification. Is it or is it not?
It's not a seizure. We just
It's
need
a
to confirm.
seizure of my identification, yes.
A seizure is anytime they take something and they just took his identification under threat of arrest. And that's exactly what he wanted them to do.
Or no?
We just need to see who you are in order to
I
go
told you my
forward in the
name.
investigation.
Told you my name.
You don't need to swear at the cops, though, honestly.
Today I did
Your
not.
legal name.
My
Give
legal
us your
name.
first name.
What is my Joel? Not the legal name or what?
Joel what?
He has my ID. Go look at it.
Perfect. That's all we
Yeah.
needed. Thank you. That's all we needed.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go down here real quick, please.
Am I able to go in my room?
No,
Okay, you got his information. You can put it in the report. Give him a warning. See you later.
not yet. Just hold up for just a minute, please, guys. Okay, so he's denying us for consent to search. That's
No, that's
fine.
fine.
But we have him ID'd, so we're gonna make sure we take a report.
Yep.
And then, so basically, we got called, someone that suspected him of
And look at all the people in the hallway. This is a college dorm, and they're creating way more out of this than it needs to be.
having alcohol in his dorm room, carrying a case of beer in. He's 19 years old. We will take a case report on it. There'll be a case number drawn. Pretty much, basically,
Who are these ladies?
he's pushing the issue on the concealing identity. But now that we've negated that, we don't have to do any more.
They look like the dorm supervisors, or what do they call it? Residential RAs, resident advisor. I never liked those guys. Those guys are always the snitches.
We will take a report just to document the incident. Okay? Any questions?
Just the report number. in
Yeah,
case
we'll
everyone-
get that
you guys
here.
get it, but
We'll get that here in just a minute. All right.
And let me tell you something about school discipline, hearings and policies. They're all a kangaroo court. They're just absolutely awful. They get their way of thinking, and that's what happens. I had a hearing with a kid on a case that involved some criminal stuff, and I proved that it didn't happen. And they still kicked him out of school. And he was never charged with a crime. So he was just about to graduate, and so he was suspended for 2 years, so he couldn't even graduate from school. But we kept the underlying crime off of his record, and he was never charged. But these school disciplinary problems or disciplinary measures are just a kangaroo BS court.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Joel.
Yeah, yeah, go
We're
fuck
done.
yourselves.
Okay, have a good night. You guys can go to your room now. Thank you.
Stupid fucking pigs.
Fucking pigs. You don't need to do that.
If we really wanted to push the issue, we could stop and lock the room down and get a search warrant. But we have an anonymous complaint. So it's really kind of one of those things that's up in the air. We don't want to do that.
Hey, I appreciate you though. You were professional. Thanks a lot for that. Thanks.
Okay, the case number is 2023.
Now, it'd be funny if he just, after they left, just drank a little beer.
7816. Cool. Anything else? You guys need anything else?
Not right now. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for dealing.
No problem. Thank you guys for coming out.
Did I get like a badge number or
Yeah,
anything now?
my name's Officer Pirtle. My batch number is 202.
Are they?
Oh, wait, they're right here.
Hi.
I'm gonna stand right here.
Okay,
Just
Dom.
listening.
202.
Yeah, you're listening? Mm-hmm. Alright, anything else I can help you guys with?
We
No,
just danced.
So you're just gonna stand around and get paid?
Yeah, sure.
You're just gonna stand around and get paid, brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I think we can just prove some braces. I'm gonna get complaints on both of your asses.
You don't need to antagonize. I mean, just all you're going to do is draw more attention to yourself.
And
Okay.
Chief Donovan's gonna know about this shit, because he knows who I am.
Chief Donovan knows you.
Chief Donovan knows who I am.
Okay, very good.
Alright?
Appreciate it.
That for real.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, yeah. And did you find anything with that ID, brother? Did you find out if there's alcohol in here or not with that ID? Nah? So
You
what was the
denied us
point?
consent, so that's fine.
Why would you do this? I mean, he won. And then you kind of gloat and come out and antagonize the cops. That's 19. That's being 19 years old.
I didn't
Like
give you
I- like
consent.
I-
You could,
exactly.
Even if you could, you wouldn't.
So
If you
we're not
could, you
gonna argue with you. Have a nice
Yeah,
day.
get the fuck out of here.
Well, this is actually a
Fuck out of here. Why are you talking to the cops like that? You won.
common area, so we're allowed to be.
Yeah, but work. I paid you for something. Fuck out of here. Yes, I
Why
paid
are
you
you
for something.
doing
Fuck out of here. Because you fucking got my ID for no fucking reason, brother.
Oh, okay.
Get the fuck out of here.
Have a nice day, sir.
You.
Have a nice day. Yeah.
Here's the thing. Here you go. I said it again. Cops do have a difficult job. This should have been taken care of right at the beginning with a warning, because they were never going to search his room, and it's an anonymous complaint. It sounds like it was very non-specific. And who the hell would do that anyway? Probably a girlfriend that didn't like him anymore.
Bye bye. Have a nice day.
Cops do have a difficult job. Goodbye.
Where'd you park?
I'm on the east side.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk back by here in just a minute.
Oh,
So,
cool.
okay, I'm gonna go.
So you don't need to be disrespectful to the cops. You can do everything he did and achieve the same result he did without swearing at them or calling them names or telling them to get the fuck out of there. That doesn't serve you. I mean, it makes you look bad. And it also motivates the cops to want to screw with you later. So I love it. I love it from the sheer standing up for yourself, standing up for your rights. But I don't love it from the disrespectful standpoint, because cops do have a difficult job. So we'll see you next time here in Criminal Lawyer Reacts. Remember, I'm Bruce Rivers, your board-certified criminal defense lawyer, with my pearl handle pistol cuff links. We're sponsored by eSign.com, a very amazing sponsor, so make sure you go see them. We'll see you next time here in Criminal Lawyer Reacts. Make sure you subscribe, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, sign up for Patreon, and we'll see you next time. Criminal Lawyer Reacts.
Bruce Rivers just broke down your case. He know all the charges that you about to face. You ain't coming home till 2058. That self-snitching gon' get you put away. Bruce
Rivers just broke down your case. He know all the charges that you about to face. You ain't coming home till 2058. That self-snitching gon' get you put away.
23-hour lockdown, police is at my call.